Hello everyone, my name is Zen, and welcome to our Long Dark Interloper series. If this is your first time visiting this channel, I'll get you caught up so you know what's going on. So this run that we're currently running on is perhaps our best Interloper run we have had thus far in the 50-some episodes that we have made of the Long Dark. So we started off at Desolation Point, we made our way through the coastal highway to Mystery Lake, and then we decided, oh, we'll go to Milton because we need to look for a heavy hammer and get some scrap metal. Things kind of took a south turn last episode and we fell off a cliff. And we did manage to find some form of shelter inside the Forlorn Muskeg, right beside the forge, which today is what we'll be using to get our first improvised hatchet on this run. So, knock on wood, the run still keeps going in a positive direction. We did have a couple close calls, but so far, so good. And we're going to see if we can collect a couple of tools today and kind of go from there. Okay, we resume. The plan for today is to first of all get a hatchet, and it's blizzarding outside. But that's fine because the forge is producing 130 degrees of warmth. It's just very, very noisy forge, or very noisy blizzard, so hopefully that'll pass soon. We got 5 hours on the forge. Let's break down this plank so we can get underneath here. Gonna stoke the... Oh, it sounds like the... Oh, the blizzard has died down. Great, okay. Okay. So, we get a little bit of scrap metal from this, looks like, and I think if we break these crates down, we can get, well, A, more wood, and B, maybe some scrap metal. I don't think we get scrap metal from the crates. We get scrap metal from the shelf, which is 4 pieces. Actually might be enough to get a knife as well. Okay, so that's really good news. Let's add the wood. Cedar and fir. That puts us at 8 hours of being able to forge. We could use some water. So we're gonna cook that while we're forging here. Looks like it's a pretty nice day out now. Now, is this scrap metal? It is. Wonderful. Let's just poke around here, just see what we find. Maybe there's a little bit more scrap metal in the area. Anything extra would be great so that we can forge some arrowheads, which we'll also need for making a bow. Well, not for the bow itself, but be able to use the bow. And it doesn't look like we have a ton of extra scrap metal, so we won't be able to get a whole lot of arrowheads this time. But we should be able to get the hatchet and the knife, which is the most important. Okay. Let's see, what can we do? Crafting. So, in order to forge... Oh, we need 150 degrees Celsius, so we're gonna need to add some coal. That looks like it's heating up. Is that going to be at 150? It is. Okay. Now let's take a look at what can we craft. So we need a hatchet and we need cloth. Uh-oh. Okay, well, we need 2 pieces of cloth and do we have any extra clothing that we're not using? I think we have that ski jacket, but what's better? This or the Decent Simple Parka? Ski jacket weighs less. I think the parka is better than the ski jacket. I don't know for sure, but we have to destroy one of them because we need the cloth. And this is the only way we're going to be able to get cloth at the moment, unless we're destroying any more of our gear. Okay, I didn't even realize we didn't have cloth. Actions, harvest, 2 pieces of cloth. Well, it's exactly the amount we need, so... Some of you might be really upset that I'm destroying this right now. It might be the better item, I don't know. I'm going with the parka, though. We still have a parka, at least. I'm sorry if that was a mistake. Okay. Non-potable water. That's almost done. Let's take a look at a water situation here. You're out of water. Okay. And we're gonna cook some porridge.
Drop any of this gear.
Gonna wait for that to finish cooking before we get started on the day. I hear some crows. There's 2 sets over there, so it looks like there's breakfast over there if we want to go get it. I do want to keep the forge going, though. And, I don't want to waste time on the forge, either. This is at 150. If we added a bit more wood, we would be fine. How long does it take to break this crate down? 45 minutes. That's a little bit too long. What about... Is there anything in this locker? No, there's not. What about up here? Did we check this out? Oh, we didn't look at this metal container. There's nothing in there anyway. Okay, well... I guess we'll just wait for our porridge. We might go get those carcasses later. Okay, we'll cook one more forage meal to get going before we start foraging. Just poke around here. Is there any... Actually, you know what we'll do is we'll survey. We'll survey. Survey says that we are at the old Spence family homestead. And we'll eat our porridge. And we'll get time. We'll get to crafting. So we're gonna cook. We're going to add water on here in the meantime while we get to crafting here. So let's craft. Hold on. Here we go. Improvised hatchet. The most important thing we need to make first. 4 hours. Okay. That's definitely gonna burn out our water. I didn't think it'd take that long. Bummer. Okay. I don't want to wreck the cooking pot. Add fuel. We have sticks, sewing primer, field dressing your kill wilderness kitchen. Let's add coal. I'm getting tired now too. That's not good. Okay, drink some water. Let's eat some cattail and try to get this knife done before we sleep. It might have been better to go after those carcasses. Okay, forge is at 190 degrees. And we need to make crafting. Nope. Forge. We need an improvised knife, but we need more scrap metal. And how long is this going to go for? 5 hours. Okay, let's grab the scrap metal off this metal shelf here. It's going to take an hour and 30 minutes. Since that's going to take an hour and 30 minutes, let's get some water. So place cooking pot, cook the water. So this time we won't let it boil over. Okay, we got the scrap metal we need for the hatchet. Non-potable water takes half an hour until boiled.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Let's, we're running out of cattail. We're running out of food. So after we finish getting our knife and our hatchet, we're going to need to resolve our food situation as soon as possible. Okay, we have enough water now, so we should be okay there. I believe the knife takes 3 hours to forge, but we're also going to need to sleep through the rest of the night as well, so this is going to be a good time to probably add a bit more coal. That's what it's there for. Okay, forge, 200 degrees of warmth. Improvised knife. Does take 3 hours. Let's eat a little bit more food so we don't starve. Okay, and let's get to forging this knife. Begin crafting. Okay, we're getting tired too. But the knife has been forged. We have a knife and a hatchet, so we're starting off this episode right. We could also make some arrowheads, and we have 2 scrap metal.
Man, I could eat anything.
So I think we should make the arrowheads now. We'll get 4 arrowheads, and that'll be enough. It'll take 2 hours. Okay. Let's get it done. 4 arrows is going to be better than no arrows. Okay. There we go. 3 hours left on the forge, and it's almost morning. But we got all the scrap metal forged into what we need to get. So, that's good news. We got 2 more pieces of coal.
Oh, I've never been so hungry in my life.
And we should take a torch and see if we can get some extra wood before we begin the night. Actually, we could just break down these crates. So, 11 minutes. Add this reclaimed wood. We just need to extend the fire for long enough that we can sleep to recover some of our energy. 6 hours is not too bad. We could do 6 hours. Oh, is this 45 minutes? Yeah, let's break that down. We're hungry now. Nice, we got some accelerants. Add fuel, claimed wood. 7 hours on the fire.
I'll be dying from starvation.
I think this is a good time to sleep. We'll sleep for 6 hours, which should give us enough energy to return to our homestead and be okay. It should be enough. It should be enough energy. Not a lot, but enough. Okay. 6 hours on the bed. And then by that time it should be noon, so it'll be a little bit warmer during the day. Hopefully the weather is nice out. Okay, it is midday. It is midday. We've recovered some energy. The furnace is still going. Do we want to make food? We should. Let's make porridge. This will be breakfast, or, well, lunch, really. We have a 7 cattail stock. We'll just eat a little bit now so we don't starve. It's extra condition. There might still be carcasses out there, but they might be gone now because I don't see any crows, so the crows might pick them over. That's okay. There is a safe behind here, actually, which we could break down. 45 minutes. That shouldn't burn our porridge. It might, but it shouldn't. I think our porridge should be good. Okay, we can eat it. Great. Let's,
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
We can't cook any more porridge. We're out of porridge. Oh, the safe doesn't spawn every time. The safe is not a guaranteed spawn. Interesting. I didn't... Dog food. Didn't expect that to be there. Is that in good condition? This one is not, so we're going to drop that one. But the other one is. So that's good news. Okay. We have a little bit of food. Well, now that we've solved our tool problem, we are now in pretty great condition here. So what's next on the agenda for us? Next on the agenda is to make a bow and arrow. And to do that, we're going to need maple and birch saplings, which we do not yet have. So we're going to grab a few torches and make our way back to base. Now, I know there's maple and birch saplings back towards the coastal highway. We could go back there to grab them. They've probably cured by now. However, we might find some along the way, so we might not need to do that. Now, priority number 1 here is to make sure that we can get back to our base camp safe and sound. Because the Forlorn Muskeg is not the most hospitable environment. So we're going to keep an eye out for food along the way, and hopefully we have a safe journey home. Let's pick up some sticks so we can start the next fire without having to burn too much coal. Keep that coal on us in case of emergency. So there is a entrance to Bleak Inlet from Forlorn Muskeg, and I'm not entirely opposed to the idea of going out there, but I don't really want to go out there right now because I think we should make a bow and arrow before we go out anywhere like that. Ah, now this looks like food. This is food. What can we do here? We could start 2 fires, or just 1 fire, and collect both pieces of meat and just cook it over the fire. I think that'd probably be a pretty good idea. Do we need the gut? We don't really need the gut, but we could take it because there's not a very huge likely chance of us having wolves on the way back. This area is usually pretty easy going. We'll see. Stick, 75% chance of success. Okay. Let's get a fire going. I hear wolves. So there could be wolves nearby. It sounds like there's wolves nearby. But hopefully we can cook, and without there being too much of an issue here. Okay. Let's add fuel, reclaimed wood. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 hours on the fire, plus sticks. Let's get to harvesting. So, we want meat. 6 minutes with the hacksaw. 18 minutes with a knife. So hacksaw is the best for meat. Let's grab the meat. We could get the hide and the gut and take it with us, but there is wolves on the way back. However, we do have a way to defend ourselves against wolves because we have a hatchet now. So that's good news. Let's go. How long is this going to take? This is 25 minutes. Let's go get the other piece of meat over here. This isn't a lot of food, but it's a little bit. 1 kilogram of meat, 11 minutes. Let's grab it. Question is, do we want the hide and the gut? What could we do with that? Well, we could get fishing gear with the gut. We could also make really warm boots. Deer hide boots. Question is, do we want to do that? Rancid meat, raw, cook. We're gonna cook the other meat. There we go. Hammy venison. Well, we're gonna cook some bannock for the road. We don't need to. We'll cook some tea for the road. Let's take a look at our food situation here. 83 calories, sure, we'll eat that. We don't want to take the fat with us. I want to drop that. So we can make cooking oil. We could try making cooking oil. I don't know how much fat we need, excuse me, for the cooking oil. We could try to make that right now, actually. I'm going to put this into the flask. Is a flask full? I had birch bark tea inside of it. Okay. Can we cook cooking oil? We need 1 kilogram of animal fat, so I'm going to drop the animal fat. Okay. Do we need to cook anything else? I don't think so. We're going to pick that up. So, do we take the gut and the hides? Hide takes 40 minutes with a knife. Or with the hands, same. Depends. What do we want to craft? Bearskin coats. These deerskin boots could be good to craft. We could craft these. What are we wearing right now? Wearing these. They'd be warmer than these, but they weigh quite a bit. I think they weigh 2 kilograms of weight, which is quite a bit. Buys crampons. Just need... I don't know if we really want any hides, because they weigh so much when we wear them. The deerskin pants, however, could be nice. Deerskin pants could be nice. This might be worth it. They weigh 2 kilograms. What do our current pants weigh? 0.5 kilograms. I don't know. I'd like the hide gear, but it just weighs so much extra. I feel like I might just leave them behind. That's 12 minutes. Let's grab this cattail here. Just 3 pieces, which is nice. Well, I'm not sure what we should do. I kind of want to go out to the broken railroad too. That'd be kind of a nice location to go out to. I don't know if it's a great idea right now. We might want to head back to base camp first and just kind of get our everything sorted out and figure out what our next game plan is going to be. We're going to eat this now. And we're going to eat this right now so we don't carry a scent on us. We could take the hides because the hides have no scent. That might be a good idea. It's going to take an hour though. We have the calories, we just don't have the energy. Okay, let's take 2 hours of hides. Are we going to use it though? I just don't know if we're going to use it. But actually, we could use the hides for making a what do you call it? Travois. That could be useful. I don't know where that is here. I think it's in tools, maybe. Travois. Maple sapling, cured gut. Oh, it's only 1 deer hide. You know what, guys? I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it because I just don't know, and I don't have a game plan, and I don't want to be making decisions out here. because if we can't think of what to do with it right away, the more time we spend outside not knowing what to do, the more we put ourselves at risk of something bad happening. So we're just gonna head home. I'm gonna have to evaluate the gear back when we're inside and safe indoors. Doing it out here is risky. I'm not super familiar with like the optimal gear to wear when it comes to clothing options. I know the deerskin boots and pants can be pretty good, but with the extra weight, it just kind of feels more like a burden. Okay, there's some wood out here. Might find some scrap metal maybe, which wouldn't be bad because we could repair some other things we have in our inventory. Like, well, I think our lantern's pretty good, in pretty good condition. Okay, we're gonna make a crossing towards the train crash, and maybe pick up a little bit of cattail along the way, and hopefully everything is hunky-dory. There's like 4 pieces of cattail right here. We'll grab the tinder too. Or maybe this is 5. Okay. I never feel at ease when I'm outside in this game. And I think that's why I don't really want to make, like, complicated decisions about should we grab the hide or gut. Because I don't want to put us in jeopardy. You never know if you're going to get caught in a blizzard or something. Things can go south pretty fast. Okay, I'm going to start leaving the tinder behind here. Thankfully, it's a clear day, and we still have enough daylight. We should make it back to the cabin by dark. We're doing okay. And we're getting tons of food. I mean, not a lot of food, but cattail is fantastic food, so no complaints. And some rosips. Now, there's usually a dog or a wolf around here, so we're gonna make sure we keep our torch lit. Doesn't always spawn, but it can. Imposing music is kicked in. Gonna just breathe a little bit easier knowing that we're heading back to the cabin now. This is really pretty. I really like the Forlorn Muskeg. I just think it's one of the prettiest areas in the game. I don't know why. It's like it's really flat, but just like having the ridge, the mountains on the outside, and I don't know. Oh, there's a hunter's blind there. I haven't been there before. Let's go over there. Let's go check that out. It's on the way. I wanna see what's there. Mapping this area out would be pretty fun. I like to do that. See cattail. I see cattail on the way. Fantastic. There's the train crash. So we're going to go here, and then we're going to head to that train crash because there's usually some coal over there. But there's a bear in that area usually too. So we want to be careful we don't encounter the bear. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Okay. Awesome, we're getting cattail here. Very excited about that. We're like in actually pretty good condition in terms of survival now. Got enough food for a day or two. We have a hatchet and a knife, so we can start harvesting carcasses more often. The only thing we're really missing is a bow and arrow. So we need to keep our eyes out for saplings. Maple and birch bark saplings. Also, coming back to the forge to get a few more arrowheads would be nice. It's not our #1 priority, but it will be probably a task we'll be doing in the near future once we've got the bow established. Okay, we must have at least 30 cattail by now. Oh shoot! Oh, you're right there. Okay, that scared me. Okay. How much fire do we have on this? We have enough fire for a little while. Okay. Is he turning around? Now he's running back towards us. Okay, the forbidden sausage is on the ice over there. Okay, he's taken off. I think we shouldn't have to deal with him again, hopefully. Now, where's this? Here it is. I think this is called a blind. I don't know. I should Google it. I actually don't know what these are called. Just like, yeah, high blind. Okay, why is it called a blind is my question.
This will come in handy.
Now, this is a nice book. I am excited that we found that. It was worth it coming over here. What do we get? Ooh, a Polaroid. These lousy towers keep me so busy I snapped a pic just for you. This is what keeps me away from home all these weeks, but I'm almost done. Forlorn Muskeg Vista. Let's see if we can make it to the Vista before we make it home. Because I think we're in good condition to be able to do that, except for the energy. Okay, let's... First of all, let's just take map. Okay, Hunter's Blind. Where is the Vista? Oh, the Vista is north. Okay, well, the Vista's pretty far north. We want to go this way. It's not really on the way. So, I don't know if we're going to stop by there or not. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how close it is to the exit towards Mystery Lake. And if it's close enough, we'll pop by. Last time I tried to find the Vista, I got pretty lost out here.
I need to find a place to rest.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting tired. Don't want to sprint unless we absolutely have to. Because we'll start losing condition now that we don't have a bedroll. We should probably just make it straight to Mystery Lake, to be honest. Grab whatever food we can on the way. How much food do we have? We have 37 cattail. We're doing pretty good on food. I mean, not amazing, but that's pretty good. Can't complain. Train crash is over there. I think we're just going to cross the ice here and just kind of make our way west. Hopefully the ice is safe here. I remember last time, I think there was a big wolf pack over there. I think right there is the transition to Bleak Inlet. I think it's right there. I could be wrong. Pretty sure that's what the cave is. It's getting a little bit foggier now. We're doing okay on warmth. I'm surprised how warm we've continued to stay. The weather's been pretty nice. That parka is doing us pretty good. Okay, train crash. We might skip on the train crash. Just because our energy levels are getting pretty low. And I don't really... I find energy the most concerning stat in this game. More than water or hunger. And even cold. Like, when you have no energy, you can't do anything. You're cooked. It's a dangerous spot to find yourself in. You don't want to find yourself with no energy. It also, like, affects your carrying capacity, your speed, you lose your sprint. Your condition worsens really fast when you're tired. Yeah, it's just overall not a pleasant experience. We're gonna eat the... This is kind of scuff dog food. This is below 30%. I don't know if this was a good idea. This might have been a bad idea. Hope not. We have antibiotics, but... Okay, we got lucky. We got lucky. Drink some water. We did get lucky. Okay. So, the transition to Mystery Lake should be right about there. We're headed the right direction, but it is far enough away. Yet it is actually close enough to the Vista location that it might be worth popping by the Vista, even though our energy is getting pretty low. But what will happen if we do that is that it will definitely eat into our condition, and that does jeopardize our safety. That could put us in a situation where we don't want to be in. Because things can cascade in this game very easily. And we're already in the red zone. Is there anything here? Just want to double check. There's nothing in there. Good little spot for a fire, though. Yeah, we're going to head back to the Mystery Lake. Because there's no place to sleep in that train without a bedroll. And we still have not found a bedroll yet. It's very important for us to find a bedroll. We could check outside the dam for a bedroll. Ari was telling us that, yeah, we did in fact miss a location to get outside of the dam. It was in the lower part of the dam. There's a part of the dam we did not explore. So, yeah, I definitely missed something. I wasn't paying attention closely enough. Okay, grab this cattail. Swap out our torch. We should be able to make it to... Mystery Lake. Well, it'll probably be nighttime by the time we make it. We could check out the train car, because we're actually pretty close to the crash here. Just by the way the route took us. Crash is on the way. Just follow the train tracks back. Carcass here. Let's scope out the train. We might find something good. There might even be a bed in the train. Not likely, but hey, you never know. We might even find a bedroll in there, so it's worth just checking because we're so close. But this is also bear country, so we should be careful. Thankfully, we have no scent on us. Really gotta be quick here. We can't take too long. At least we're good on food. Food, water, fire, doing okay. Bedroll is like our #1 priority now. Actually, we could use a bedroll more than the bow. We just need to find one. That's gonna be the tricky part. We gotta get lucky with the bedroll. Yeah, I was gonna say, well, I kind of made a post about it already, but like I said, I hadn't mentioned it in a video, but we hit 100. We hit 1,000 subscribers yesterday. So just want to say thank you to everybody who has been supporting the channel, that has recently joined and has been here for a while. Both of you guys, everybody who's been here. It's really amazing to me that I've even been able to make it this far, and yeah, I'm just grateful that I've been able to do this, and I've been having a lot of fun, and I appreciate everyone that's shown up, that's been here, so thank you. Okay, what do we got in here? We got scrawled message. Memento cache. Okay, it was worth coming in here. We grab some... We don't need the windbreaker. We'll take the scrap metal and take the coal. I think the coal can respawn. We'll take the flare. Flare's good. And, keep going. No bedroll. That's okay. So, all we need to do now is make it down the train tracks. The blind is actually, or the place to scout out the vista is probably like really close right here. I just don't want to lose any condition. I don't want to jeopardize our run. We're doing good. It's funny, like the longer you play this game, the longer your run goes, I think the lower tolerance for risk you have, because you don't want your run to end. Whereas at the beginning of the run, you're more like risk tolerant, so you'll take some riskier choices just because you're like, you know, we can afford to. If we die, it's not that big of a deal. The run's only been going for a day or two. You just start over again. But once the run starts going longer, you're like, I don't know. You start getting a little bit more uneasy about it all. Look at the sky. It's like an oil painting. So pretty. This game's pretty immersive. Like I can't get over the art style of this game. Even the telephone pole here with the line, like there's just so many moments in this game where it feels like you can just take a picture with a camera and it gives you like a really, you know, beautiful shot of scenery. It's just nice. I like it. The one thing about this game that I wish I could do is play without a HUD, and I'm pretty sure there is a setting. I would imagine there's a setting to do that. The only problem is that you kind of need the HUD to know what your condition is. It's important to like always be aware of your condition, and there is no real like you need to know like how much fire do you have left in your torch, and you know how tired is your character and thirsty. Without the HUD, you just don't know those things. And I don't know, like, other than your character maybe making the voice line like, oh, I'm thirsty. But I would love to be able to play The Long Dark without a HUD. If there was a way to, like, design the game, and maybe they'll do that for for The Long Dark 2, a way to design the game where you do not need a HUD, I think that would make the game just so much more immersive. That would be really cool. I think heads-up displays are really one of the things in video games that take out the immersion for me. Because you don't see a heads-up display in real life. Like, as a human being, you know when you're thirsty, right? You're like, I feel thirsty. Or I'm hungry. Or I'm tired. Or, you know, I'm cold. Or, like, you know, my torch is starting to burn out. I guess if there was a way to see, like, I guess the torch does get a little bit less light over time. So maybe it's possible to play without a HUD. You know what? We might try it. Okay, hopefully it doesn't happen, but if or when this run ends, and hopefully this run goes for a while, I might try the next run without a HUD and see how well we do. Because maybe you could just listen to the characters' voice lines and pay attention to those, and that would give you an indication of when do you need to eat, and when do you need to sleep, and how cold are you. I think that would be pretty cool. To me, that's like the next frontier of gaming. How immersive can you make a game? Like how do we remove the menu system or like make it like more simple or just more intuitive so it feels like you're not getting taken out of the world so much. It feels like it's more natural and just like this is how it's supposed to be. I don't know if that's going to be something we're going to see in the near future or not. Maybe. Man, this is a cool shot. Blake walking backwards. Maybe that's something you would see more with VR. Like a more immersive experience in the video games you play. I don't know. Maybe like one day we'll have video games where we can like taste the food we're eating. It'll like, we'll have like some computer directly plugged into our brain. It like activates our taste buds. That'd be crazy. You imagine eating some grapes and you're just like, wow, this tastes like actual grapes. We're getting into the uncanny valley of technology here. But who knows what the future's gonna bring, right? Like, you don't know. Pretty much, I feel like anything human beings can imagine, they can create. We just need enough time. If you can imagine it happening,
I wonder if I can drop
it's probably possible to create in real life. Okay, so we have the option here of going to the hunting cabin, or we could go straight to our cabin base by the lake. I'm gonna opt for the cabin base by the lake because we have a little bit of food back there. I think we might have some saplings, and then also we can kind of game plan what we want to do next. Excuse me, the other cabin by Milton, the Milton entrance, is fine, but we don't have as much stuff there. And, I don't know. I just like the cabin by the lake. I just feel like it's a nice base. We did leave some sticks back there, though. Oh, actually, we did leave... I don't know. Did we leave a maple sapling? I think it was just a birch sapling. I can't remember now. I don't know if I wrote it down in the notes. Hopefully our fire doesn't go out here. We have a way to start a fire still, so we're doing okay. We might have to go back to the coastal highway just to get birch saplings and maple saplings, which we left behind, which should be cured by now. get the bow. Or we could alternatively just keep pushing ahead and find somewhere else to go. And maybe we could pick up some saplings and birch along the way. And just keep exploring the world. I mean, because what else are we going to do? It's kind of fun vagabonding anyway. Like, staying on the road. It is nice to have, like, little home bases that you can have stuff at. And, you know, when you're traveling through, you can, like, arrive there. And that's kind of like your place of refuge in that area. But I think one of my favorite things about this game is just staying on the move. Because you just get to see more things. You know, you don't get cabin fever. You're not staying inside all the time. And speaking of cabin fever, we should probably start reading those books. Because that would come in handy. Okay, we are running out of torches here. So it looks like we're going to run out of fire by the time we get back to the cabin. We might, if we come across a wolf, we'll have to pop a flare. Well, hopefully not. And look at that. It's actually not even dark time. It's sunset, but we did predict that we would get back here just about at dark. I thought it might be a little bit later though, but actually we made pretty good time. So I started this Mine Mogul series on the channel. And I mean, I don't know if I'm going to call it a series yet. I'm going to try a few episodes out. I don't know if any of you guys like Satisfactory or mining related games, like factory games, like Factorio or Satisfactory. Mine Mogul is kind of like that. I picked it up because I really liked that it reminded me of this Lego sets I used to play with when I was a kid called Rock Raiders. Well, actually, I didn't play with the Lego sets. I always wanted them. I never had them. I did have the comic book, but I liked the idea of like little rocks moving around and like being able to like, I don't know, just like moving rocks or like bricks or dirt from one place to another. I don't know. Maybe I should have like worked in a quarry as a career. Maybe I would have enjoyed that. But maybe I should just change careers now. Why be a YouTuber where I can work in a quarry? But yeah. I don't know. There's just something about rocks that are they're just kind of cool to me. I don't know. I like rocks. Anyway, so I started the series and I wasn't sure. I thought like maybe someone will watch it. Maybe it's not like The Long Dark, because The Long Dark has, you know, it's a very different game. It's got, you know, tension from like, are you going to make it from one destination to the next, and you know, are you going to survive this animal attack, or you know, are you going to be able to find enough food to make it through the day? There's always this tension behind it. Whereas factory games, they don't really have these like little miniature stories inside of them. There's, you know, a break in that sense where there's just the story isn't necessarily so clear. It's like, we're going to solve this problem, then we're going to solve that problem, which is fun. It's like, it's great for like people who like solving problems. I like solving problems. But The Long Dark is also a problem-solving game too, right? Because you have to think about like, okay, how am I going to get myself out of this situation? I found myself in this situation, how do I get myself out now? So I feel like there's a little bit of overlap. So I wasn't sure if people would like it, but if it's your style, you might want to check it out. But you don't have to. That's okay. I don't know if it's gonna do well or not, but I was having a lot of fun with it, so I guess I'll probably just keep going with it for a little while, see how it does, and as long as I'm having fun, I'll keep making episodes. That's what this whole channel is supposed to be about anyway. Okay, I want to get up there. I want to get to that Firewatch Tower. I've never been over there before. That should be our goal. Go over there. We have enough food to get there. We could waste away the time. We don't have a Polaroid for this area though. And I think that's probably the Polaroid location. We made it back to the cabin, safe and sound. Okay. Let us pop our lantern on. So we don't have any torches. We are home, safe and sound. Look at that. Okay. Let's make it upstairs. We'll grab this newspaper, put it upstairs. Take our boxes, sort these out here. Make it look nice. Is there anything behind that? No, there is not. Take firewood, put the firewood upstairs. Can I put that there? There. We'll bring this up to burn. Is there anything else we want to bring up there? Broken drawer. Take this box, put the box in here. Just clean this place up. This is firewood. This is also firewood. Oh, we have a torch. Move this rug. Just adjust everything, make it look nice and cozy. This is our base now. Put this rug here. More firewood. Put this over there. A magnifying glass! Look at that. Now we're really in business. Holy cow, we missed that earlier. Did anybody see that magnifying glass earlier and they just didn't mention it? I wonder. I wonder. Okay. We could have like 2 fires going in here. We could be cooking a lot of stuff in this place. I like this cabin. Wilderness safety guide. You may hear a cougar before you see it. May being operative word. Watch for fresh kills. Leave his territory to reduce risk of attack. Oh, so it means... So the cougar could still attack you even if you're not in the cougar territory. I did not know that. Good to know. Put that chair there. I did not know that. Alright. Home safe and sound. What's this? Nope, can't do anything with that. Yay. Well, let's see. What do we need to do? We need to sleep. We're warming up, and we've got a lot of food, so we're doing okay. Let's eat this dog food. We need to figure out what we're going to do in the morning. And we have not figured that out yet. But before anything, we pretty much need to sleep. And we're out of water. So it looks like we're doing some cooking in the morning. And maybe doing a little bit of reading as well. Let's put this out. What time is it? Okay, it's bedtime. That's what time it is. Okay, 750 calories for 10 hours of sleep. Seems like a pretty good deal to me. Okay, let's do it. Okay. I'm just happy we're safe and sound back at home. After that kind of a wild escapade out in the woods there. Back at Milton. Okay.
I could eat a horse.
We'll eat a little bit of cattail and let's get this fire started. So, unfortunately, we do not have a torch to start the fire with. So we're gonna have to use some matches. Cattail head, cedar firewood. Let's start with the firewood. Might have to burn a couple matches here. But that's okay now, since we have a magnifying glass, which is huge. And I hope you can repair magnifying glasses. I don't know if you can, but it's probably one of the best tools in the game. If you can repair them. Okay, add fuel. Let's add some sticks. Okay, we got 2 hours of fire. Let's get to cooking. So what do we want to cook? Where is... Oh no. Where's our cooking pot? Oh no, I left it back in Forlorn Muskeg. Oh. Okay. Okay, well, that sucks. Well, I guess when we go back out there, we're gonna have to go get our cooking pot. God dang it. Okay, gonna put that away. Let's write that in our notes section. Left cooking pot at Forlorn Muskeg. Where should I put it? Near Forge. Okay. Jeepers. This is just a note section of where we've left all our stuff. That's what this is. Accidentally at this point now too. We survived 13 days. So we can't cook any more porridge because we don't have a cooking pot anymore. We did have oats here. Did we have more oats? We had more oats in here, I think. We did. But we can't cook them. Rats. Okay. So it looks like we'll be cooking bannock in the meantime. For now. Let's do some reading. Where's our book? Let's read our fire starting guide. This is probably the most useful because we don't have to carry tinder with us anymore. Let's get to reading this. 1 hour. That might burn all our water. Burn some more water. Okay, let's cook bannock. And more water. Okay. It's morning time. We might find another cooking pot on the way anyway, so it's not a huge deal. 30 minutes till ready. I don't know if that's going to burn while we read. We're going to find out, though, because I want to read. If we burn a little food, we'll know. Oh, well, the fire went out, so... Okay, that's fine. Can we start a fire with a magnifying glass inside? We cannot. Okay, we needed torches, too. Rats. We gotta start another fire. Oh, I'm so upset. I can't believe I left the cooking pot. I can't believe I left the cooking pot back before Lord Muskeg. I'm usually pretty good at grabbing that stuff, but today I forgot. Okay, we need a torch, so let's make one. Knife. We'll use the knife. Get some cloth. Let's eat bannock. And let's craft a torch. It's usually better not to waste crafting torches with sticks. It's better to just grab them with fire. We need to keep the fire going, and... How much coal do we have? Do we have a lot of coal? Okay, I can't tell. We have to start the fire to see. Unless, no, we don't have to. We have 14 pieces of coal. And wood we can break down. Okay. We'll take the charcoal and start the fire. Nope, we gotta start a torch. Torch. Begin the torch. Begin the lighting of the torch. Okay, let's get the fire going again. This time we'll have to pay attention so the fire doesn't go out. Accelerant. There, torch. There we go. Let's use the accelerant. Get it back going. Add the fuel.
Oh, yeah.
Add sticks.
Good one.
And let's put this torch out and break down this chair. Takes less time with the hatchet. Break it down with the hatchet. Half hour. Add the fuel. Okay, we are in business. Let's start cooking water. I think we had some water in here too, if I'm not mistaken. So we don't need to cook a whole bunch. I did want to get that book finished reading, or finish reading the book actually, because if we can have that fire starting book read before we leave, that'll give us a pretty good advantage for just trekking around outside. Not having to carry tinder, which it basically knocks off a kilogram on our weight. Not a whole lot, but it's enough of a perk that it's worth it. Okay, let's take a look at our... Wait, fire is going to go out in an hour. We can spend an hour reading. This should be okay. We gotta make sure we stoke the fire again, though. Okay, we burned some water. It's okay. Cook more water. There we go. Okay, 46 minutes on the fire. We need some firewood. So we're gonna break this down with the hatchet. Oh, that'll take a lot of time to break down that chair. Okay, what about this little thing right here? This shouldn't take too long. 10 minutes. Okay, we broke that down. I feel like we should have just left the heavy hammer at the forge. But that would mean that, well, that would be the only place we could forge unless we found an extra heavy hammer to find a different forge. So if we, well, brain. If we left the hammer at the forge, it would mean that that would be the only place we could forge. And we wouldn't be able to forge in other places unless we found another heavy hammer. I don't know which option's the best. It would almost seem to me that it would be better to just leave the heavy hammer at the forge, because then you know that you can just forge there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the best option is. I'm gonna put this rug here. Okay. I can't move that pillow. Unless I can break it down. For cloth. Sure. Then it's off the floor. Okay. We're just slowly tidying up as we go. Non-potable water, 25 minutes. Wood stove. Do we have any more fuel? We can add coal. We craft sticks from our rune torches, so we might as well do that. We're just making water here, so we have extra. And unfortunately, because we left our cooking pot back in Fort Lord Muskeg, we can't make water as fast, so... There you have it. I'm not sure what the plan should be next. Should we optimize for trying to get the bow, or keep looking around for a bed? Okay, potable water. Great. Let's add more. We should add more sticks. And we should probably find some more firewood. Looks like we got some wood down here. This chair will take 34 minutes, and with the axe it'll take 29. This should be just enough. I feel like the amount of time we're spending getting the firewood is actually kind of wasting time because the fire's on. Feels better to get the firewood before and then fire all in one go, instead of trying to get firewood while the fire's cooking. Okay. Alright, fire's gonna go for 2 hours. Let's read our book. Can we read the book? We gotta eat first. Gotta eat 2 cattail. And let's read the book. We're almost at fire starting level 3. Bottle of water. Great. Let's cook bannock. And water. And let's read. Let's eat a cattail stock and let's read for another hour. The final hour. And we have that book finished, and we can add it to a fire. The fire's gone. Okay, of course it is. Alright, but we finished the book, which was the most important thing. Survive the Outdoors is complete. So if we take a look at our skills, we now have... Where's fire starting? Level 2. Is it like halfway to level 3? Once we get level 3, we can get rid of the tinder, which will get rid of some weight in our backpack. Cooking level 3 will be nice to get too. So... Perhaps we just finish the day with reading, and we'll go to bed, and then we'll set off in the morning. I don't know. I don't want to get cabin fever. Do we have enough? How much food do we have? Let's take a look here. We have flour. We have oats. We can't use those. And we have water. How much water do we have? We have 5 liters. Transfer a liter in there. Yeah, we don't have a lot for food. We only have cattail, 44 cattail. Not a lot, but we could spend another day inside just reading and getting our books completed, which could be useful because we have wilderness cooking and field dressing your kill. This is almost level 2. How about this? Cooking is almost level 3. It's kind of worth it just to do a bit of reading here because that can give us a boon. The sewing primer, not really worth it. It's going to give us such a small little boost if we do learn that one. We don't need the fire on right now, so that's okay. Let's just make sure we pick up our cooking skillet and can because, well, now we're in the space where we don't really, you know, have a cooking pot, so we'll need to keep a can on us. Question is, should we keep the can opener on us now that we have a knife? This I don't know. I think I'm going to leave the can opener behind. It weighs 2.5 kilograms, which is just a bit of extra weight. We're already carrying a knife on us, so the knife can be opened, and we can resharpen the knife because we have quite a few whetstones. I'm going to leave the can opener behind. Okay, we need bandages, so we should craft bandages. We should also be paying attention to what we need to prepare for the road ahead. And 4 bandages should be enough. 20 minutes. Let's get that done. Okay, great. We have bandages. Drink some water. Let's read. Most important book to read, cooking versus field dressing your kill. I think this is better because we probably might get a little bit more food and or reduce the time it takes to get food from a carcass. So let's read for an hour. This book is actually quite a big book too. You can spend a whole day reading this book. Question is, can you level up your skill before, like, finishing the book? I don't know if you can. 6 hours of reading. So far, we haven't leveled it up yet. Okay. We have still enough daylight to do a little bit more reading. Let's do it. 2 hours? Maybe. It worked. Okay, we only need to research 2 more hours on this book, but it is late now. So we're probably not going to be able to do that. It's too dark. We have enough water to go to bed. And we have enough cattail to be able to sleep.
Anything right now.
We should prepare our rose hips. Oh, wow. We have 144 rose hips. That's crazy. That's going to take an hour and a half. Let's do it. Okay, we're going to be hungry by the time we finish, though. And let's eat some cattail so we don't starve. And let's finish preparing a reishi mushroom as well. Okay, we don't need to sleep for 8 hours. Unless we want a full energy restoration. I think... we don't need to sleep for 10. I think we'll just sleep for oh my gosh, for 8. Let's put this newspaper away. We don't need it on hand. The tinder. Put the tinder plugs in there as well. I think we finished this book. I think we can burn this book. I don't know. I think we can burn this book. Okay. All we need to do is sleep. We can go back on the lake and explore some of the houses around the lake, which could work. That could give us some items. Might find a bedroll there, but I've never seen a bedroll over there, so might not. Okay, let's get 8 hours of sleep. Finish the book so we get level 2 carcass harvesting. And set out on our day. Okay. We have slept. Drink some morning water. Eat some food. What time of day is it? It's still pretty dark out. Oh, we should be able to read, though. Okay, now let's read this book. 2 hours. And we should be level 2 for carcass harvesting. We are... Look at that. Level 2. We have made progress.
All I can think about is food.
Okay, let's take a look at that skill set so we can see. What did we get? We got a 10% reduction in meat harvesting times. Not amazing, but like, hey, we'll take it. And look at that, we're almost at level 3 just because of how much we read on that book. So that was worth it. This book, let's take a look at this. Can we burn both of these is my next question. We can burn, we have 3 books to burn here. Great. Okay. And books left to read are The Wilderness Kitchen. That'd be 5 hours. So what should we do? I feel like we should go explore a little bit of Mystery Lake. How much weight are we carrying? We're carrying quite a bit of weight. Oh boy. We don't need to be carrying that much charcoal. So let's put that away. Where is the charcoal? Da-da-da-da. Okay. 6 pieces of charcoal. Let's transfer 7. The arrowheads. Useful. I'm going to put the arrowheads in here because we'll use this for crafting materials. It weighs 30 kilograms, so it weighs enough. Do we have anything else we want to put in there? I suppose a whetstone. We have a sewing kit, extra sewing kit. We can put that in there. That's a tool. We should start organizing our inventories here. The heavy hammer. We don't need to be carrying around with us all the time, so we're going to put that in there. Lantern fuel. We should just refuel our lantern. Where's our lantern? Here we go. Lantern. Actions. Refuel. Okay. And we've got, so in terms of tools, we have a couple extra. We have a flare. We should take the tools out of here. So we're just going to use this for food and water. And medical supplies. Arrow shaft. We'll take the arrow shafts. We have canister, can opener, charcoal, transfer all, grow feather, transfer all, cloth, lantern fuel. We'll take the marine flares out of here. Newsprint we'll take out. So antiseptic, recycled cans we'll take out. Salt, recycled tools we'll take out. Stack of papers, transfer all. Tinder plug, take out. And a whetstone. And the matches, transfer all. So this is going to be, ooh, and a worn t-shirt. This is going to be food, and medical supplies in this chest. And in here, we're going to have all of our tools and crafting materials. Okay. Scrap metal. Throw that in there. We have a bunch of recycled cans. We only need to keep one on us. Simple tools we're throwing there. Whetstone. What else? What else needs to go in here? Couple of flares. We only need one blue, one red. I don't want to carry extra. Can opener. Charcoal. Let's put in 11 pieces. Okay. And the arrow shafts. We haven't been able to make... We can make arrows now, I think. We just need the bow. Okay. Oh, and the t-shirt, which we don't need to be carrying around on us. We should also look at our clothes. Does anything need to be repaired right now? Doing okay. Could do a little bit of repairs. Some things are in lower condition than others. Around the 70% condition mark. I'm worried about the boots. We need to find some leather somehow. Okay. Our food situation is okay. Cooking could be beneficial to get to level 3 by reading the book. Do we want to do that now, or do we want to go outside? I'm trying to think about, like, how much time we have in this episode, and I'm not really sure actually how much time we have in this episode. I think we have enough time to go into the lake and come back. I don't like to exceed 2 hours. I usually like to, like, aim for an hour and a half. It's like my ideal time. Sometimes we exceed it just because, well, something happened and we need to get back. I feel like, you know what we'll do today? We'll just fix up our stuff in here, and then we'll call it a day. That's what we'll do. And we're pretty much almost done right there. And then tomorrow we can set out on our next adventure. So, newspaper. This needs to go in here. Transfer all. And enter. Okay, that's good. We'll put one accelerant in there too. We don't need to be carrying around a whole bunch of them. And matches. Yes, we'll transfer 22 matches in there. Okay, so we have 30 some matches on us. Almost 35, 39 matches. Pretty good. Pretty good. Extra medical supplies. We probably do have extra medical supplies here that we don't need to be carrying around. Canister. This is medical, I suppose. Yes. It's for air filtration, so I guess that's medical supplies. Antiseptic. We have old man's beard wound dressing, so I'm going to put this in the cupboard. Antibiotics. Emergency stim. Prepared rosips. Plenty of rosips. I think we'll leave that as is. Okay. We're running out of things we can cook. Running out of flour. Well, running out of cooking oil. We'll need to find more cooking oil. Is there anything else? I think we just read. I think we read and we repair our clothes. Whichever clothes need to be repaired, and that'll be a good day. So, we have cooking. Let's cook. What time is it? Midday. Let's eat enough food so we can read a whole book for 5 hours. We should have enough water too. Let's read this book.
Man,
There we go.
Think about his food.
Fantastic. Did we upgrade our cooking skill? I think we did. I think we did. What are we at for cooking? Oh, we were almost level 2. Or level 3. Okay. Wow, that book... Books are good, but they're not amazing. Okay. I also don't want to get cabin fever. I haven't gotten cabin fever before, but I know if we stay inside too long, we can risk cabin fever. So, we don't want that to happen. Okay, we want... Do we have enough time to read another book? We might have enough time to get like 3 hours or 4 hours on a book, maybe. Let's take a look here. So we finish this book, we have this one. You know what? Let's try for 5 hours. Let's just try to power through it. Let's try. We might just get it. We might just get it. We did! We finished it. We have cooking 3? Tell me we have cooking 3. Look at that. Okay. What does that get us? What does that get us? We have 15% calories from any cooked food item. Massive. No calorie loss when smashing open cans. Fantastic. So we don't even need the knife to open the cans. Cooking times reduced by 10%. That is pretty good. Okay, so the only book we have left that needs to be read is the Sewing Primer, which we can keep on us. It doesn't weigh that much. All the other books we can use as firewood. We are running low on food now. So tomorrow, our prime objective is to get food. So we're going to write that in the notes. Objectives. Food. Bow. And what else is it we need? Scrap metal for arrowheads. Bedroll. These are our objectives. Food, bow, and bedroll. And probably in this order. Food, bedroll, bow. Okay. Great. So, that takes care of that. It is nighttime. Let us eat enough food so we can sleep. And it'll be the dawn of a new day. We've made quite a bit of progress on this episode. It felt a bit more like a maintenance episode because, you know, there wasn't anything crazy that was happening. We're doing some foraging, doing some reading, kind of getting our character stacked for whatever's come next. But we need to do that, so it's done now. 8 hours of sleep. Let's do it. Good stuff. It is now probably the middle of the night still. It's almost morning. Okay, great. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was a more of a, getting all our gear ready for whatever's to come next. We have survived, well, we're on day 15. So we've survived like 13 days, I think, total. And yeah, it's been a ride so far. We are currently at Mystery Lake. And I would like to make it to Mountain Town, or perhaps the Broken Railroad, and explore those regions more. We have left our cooking pot here, so if we do go to Mountain Town, well, you could pass through the Forlorn Muskeg, but that would be a lot of climbing. It's probably easier to go from Mystery Lake directly to the Mountain Town. Problem is, we need to have a lot of energy to make it there, and enough of a lot of food on us, so, or like weight on us, so we can make it through the climbing. That's the tricky part. The climb is the hard part. Going to Hush River Valley, I want to go there, but we need a bedroll. And so until we find a bedroll, there's no Hush River Valley. We might end up going through Pleasant Valley instead to go get the backpack in Ash Canyon. We'll see. On tomorrow's episode, we will decide. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you in the next one. Zen out.